Alright, welcome back.
I'm back.
So,
Existence is existence.
Existence is pain, as they say. So, here's something, right? So, Derek was like, hey, you should talk about Sword Art Online. And I was like, but it's over. And then he's like, no, the earlier stuff that hasn't been brought up yet from the first half of Alicization, or technically the second part of Alicization, I forget. The Alicization is surprisingly long.
Yeah,
for like
it
what it was.
Episodes?
It's like no, it's like way more.
Oh.
I think it's like 48 a season.
Oh.
And I think there was like 2 or 3 seasons or something.
Oh no.
Yeah, I watched it for a long time and I could not tell you how long it actually was because I only remember the key fucking points of it.
Oh no.
I watched the whole thing, but when I really narrow it down, it was just like boy falls in love with boy, boy dies, boy sad.
Boy sad.
And it's like, that was the story. Oh, also, girl falls in love with boy who's in love with other girl who's also in love with that same boy. It's a long... It's not that complicated when you watch it, but when you explain it, it sounds way more complicated than it is.
Oh, dude. I'm so happy that it's done. I was watching something the other day, and somebody was just ranting about it for like 3 hours, and I was just like, I'm not gonna watch this.
Dude, fucking... I will state that the people... I'm calling you out, fucking other YouTubers that talk about Sword Art Online. All of you are a bunch of whiny bitches. I've brought it up before, but like, when... keep in mind, at the time, I think Sword Art Online only had like the 3 major seasons, right? It was like the first one, then Gun Game, and then the third one, which was about no, the third one was Gun Game. The second one was the fairy one.
Yeah, where they go into it for like a couple of episodes and then they make another season about it.
Yeah. But like at the time, I think the newest one was Gun. Like it was still airing, and by that point, there was one YouTuber whose name may or may not be Digibro, who made like 5 fucking 3-hour-long rant videos about how bad the show is, and I'm like, dude, fucking get a life. Get over it at this point.
So,
like, holy
I like
shit.
Anime, and I've watched my fair share of anime reviews.
Yeah.
But at the same time, whenever I watch them, I just have like this feeling to just be like, get over it.
Yeah. Like, I don't care. Like, it's... Like, I get it. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. But it's like, after like 5 of them, and they're all like fucking super... It's not like, oh, you know, you made a 30-minute video and talking about the key point. No, it's just like a 3-hour off-the-cuff rant. And I'm like, in front of a camera, no editing. Just, he literally looks like he got the cheapest goddamn camera he could find, hit record, and then just started yelling for 3 hours, and then uploaded it, and it just... Oh my god, I hate it.
Sometimes that works. Sometimes it doesn't.
Hey man, it works, but like... it's not even so much the quality, although the quality is atrocious, but it's like, it's one of those, like, you go do something else while you listen to it kind of videos, which is fine. It's not so much any of that, it's the fact that he made 5 of them about the same fucking show. How much do you really have to talk about? Like, I get to a point on here where I'm talking about something I want to talk about, and I'm like, I don't know what else to say. I'm, like, struggling to find more shit to talk about.
That's why it's always funny whenever I watch those channels and people are like, yeah, I named it this, but then I realized I didn't have as much to talk about as I thought I did, so I switched to a different subject.
Yeah, like I got a long rant video for Attack on Titan. But you know what? That shit's edited and fucking slimmed down and only carries the key points that I felt were the most important problems. I cut out all the extra shit that I was like, yeah, this is bad, but it's also like not that important.
Yeah, and it's also like you're not going to start complaining that Attack on Titan is the worst thing ever made in existence.
No, like the thing is I wouldn't make 3 fucking videos explaining why Season 1 is bad.
Oh boy. When you put it that way.
Like, I'm making one video that's gonna go over why I think Season 1 is bad, and then if I'm gonna make another video, which I don't know if I ever will, but if I'm going to, it's gonna be about Season 2, and the third one will be about Season 3. I'm not gonna make 3 videos talking about Season 1's problems. I did it in the first one. That was the point of making the first one.
Nah.
Like, what's the fucking point? Because it gets to the point where you just get, like, rambly, which, I mean, I've done it on here. I mean, I think I've bitched about Attack on Titan multiple times on here, and I'm sure I've brought up the same shit multiple times, but that's because I forget, because we make so many of these fucking Let's Play videos. And number two, I don't expect people to watch every season, or every episode
of everything.
Of every single game we play through. Like, I assume most people who watch Let's Plays are like, oh, I could watch a Let's Play of Kingdom Hearts, but then are not like, I don't really care about SpongeBob.
I was watching something the other day, and he made a very good point, which was, if you're going to make a playthrough of a game, do not do it like a week after the game has come out.
Yes.
Either you do it right away, on like the day it's released, or
you do it way later,
or like 6 months later, because at that point people are like, yeah, I mean, I could go for a watch of that.
Mm-hmm. You only do games like quickly, like there's only a certain specific type of game that you play like a week after, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's the cult classic ones, the ones that get super popular on the internet. Your Undertales, your Doki Doki Literature Club shit.
The ones that will still be present no matter how long.
Yeah, the ones that stay relevant for like a long fucking time afterwards because they grow like a crazy fan base. Yeah, that shit you can do. In games that are like really decision based, you can also do it because people tend to beat those games and then go, I want to see what other people picked.
Yeah. So like with Life is Strange.
Yeah, Life is Strange falls under that category. I think not for the same reason, but Danganronpa is similar to that. Not because they want to see what choices you pick, but because they want to see how you react to what happens in it. Yeah. Stuff like that.
But he made a good point, and I was just like, when you put it that way, it's unbelievably true.
No, it's super true. Like, you either have to be completely on the ball, or you just have to let that shit pass and go to the next.
And like the guy I was watching say it, he does Super Mario Odyssey speedruns.
Yes.
And like that's his big thing.
Yep.
And I was just like, from a guy whose main thing is playing Super Mario Odyssey, he makes a very good point.
He does.
And he also made the point of something that will always be popular. Minecraft.
Yes, that is also true. It's too bad that neither of us play Minecraft or enjoy it.
Yeah.
I always tell that to people and they're like, "Oh man, do you play Minecraft?" I'm like, I haven't played Minecraft since they added maps to the game, which was in 2012, I think.
All I have to say about that is it's been a while.
It's been a while since I constructed a house of blocks. It's been a while.
Mostly just dirt.
Yeah, right.
Not even wood.
No, you want to know this is how I played Minecraft. I'm not even kidding. I built a really cool base and went, well, that's about everything I wanted to do here. And then I just I guess I'll go build a treehouse. Wandered into the woods, built the treehouse, and was like, well, that was neat. What else neat shit could I build? I kind of want to build an igloo. And then I built an igloo,
and that was
and then I was just like, I don't know what to do anymore.
So, something I love about Minecraft is they've added all these cool things, and blah blah blah, like the nether, the end, all those cool things, and I'm like, cool, I'm never gonna go to those places.
Yeah. It's like
I think when we were still in high school, a couple of the guys we were hanging out with had bought me Minecraft. I don't remember my password to it, or even the username.
I don't even have a pass. I played Minecraft essentially for free because a buddy of mine was just signed into Minecraft on a computer that I owned, but Minecraft doesn't require you to connect to the servers to play it.
Yeah.
So it was signed in, I had an account at one point, and then I would just always play offline. So it didn't matter.
Yeah.
But which was fine, because, it's not like I was stealing money from them. I wouldn't have given it to them anyways. Because I literally played it for 1 week and was just like, this sucks, and never played it again.
Yeah, because they wanted to play modded Minecraft with me, right?
Yep.
I didn't have a good enough computer to run modded Minecraft. Because that shit's intense.
Minecraft is fucking stupidly hard to run for how absolutely not graphically intense it is.
Bare bones.
Yeah. It's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm like, what the heck?
Like, I don't understand. I understand completely. It's because it was made in fucking Java, and Java is horribly inefficient.
Yeah.
And that's why.
They've been trying to change that, but it's still like...
No, they're literally just killing off Java.
Yeah.
Like, the company of Java is literally, like, telling people not to install it anymore because it's a horrible security risk at this point.
Oh, yeah, because it's so, like...
so fucking ancient and so easy to abuse it. So they're all just like, please... Like, I have a Java installed on an old computer, and every time I turn it on, Java pops up and is like, update. And I click on the update, and then it's just like, you haven't used Java in a long time. We recommend you uninstall this due to security problems, and we recommend that you only use Java if you need to. And I'm like, when the old fucking company is telling me, hey, don't use our shit, it's bad, I don't fucking use it.
I feel like I shouldn't use it.
Like, fuck that. I mean, the only reason I was using Java is because I had to for a project I was making, but, like, nah. Like, the minute that project was up, I was like, yeah, good riddance. Fucking Java was terrible. Java's kind of like Flash. It needs to be eradicated. Like, it was a mistake that we relied so much on it, and we need to get rid of it as soon as possible. It's... Hades awaits! Oh, no, wait, that's the God of War one. My bad. But, yeah, so Sword Art Online,
Darkness!
So the early seasons of Sword Art Online, Alicization, I thought they were gonna go a completely different path with it. Like, straight up, right? And they didn't, and I was kind of disappointed, but what I got wasn't so bad, so I'm kind of just like, eh. I'm sure Digibro has a whole rant video about it, but, you know, for me, I was like, it was pretty good. Like, I have nothing really to complain about it. It just has a couple of things that I'm like, well, that was fucking stupid.
Yeah,
but,
that
like,
happens with a couple of animes, though.
Yeah, but, like, at the end of the day, I'm like, is it really that bad? Like, it was fine. Like, there's nothing that bad about it.
It was a thing.
Like, it played... In the latter half of Alicization, I don't think I brought this up yet, in the latter half of Alicization, they played hard into nostalgia. Which I thought was really funny, because I'm like, the show's not even like I'm like, the show's barely like 5 years old.
I love when they do shit like that.
And, like, they're like heavy nostalgiaing me. Like, they brought back like all the previous characters. They brought, you know the dude who created the original Sword Art Online?
Didn't he, like, vanish?
Yeah, they brought his girlfriend back. And explained, like, her backstory of why she worked on it. And then they brought him back as a robot, because he lives subconsciously in the internet now? So, like, and it's just like, what? Like, did we really need this? No, but also it's kind of fucking hilarious, so I'm like, alright.
Okay.
Because he comes back to save Kirito from death. And it's like, why did he do that? I mean, I get that he also gifted Kirito his entire legacy, because he beat him in a video game, but, like...
That's
I mean, clearly this dude is fucking unhinged, but, like, seriously, what?
My favorite part of it, it's just like, you beat me at a video game, you have the ability to change the world.
Ooh, cutscenes.
I knew he was coming.
Vexen is no more.
Oh no.
Yes, his scent is gone.
Gross.
Axel struck him down, something I find deplorable.
Oh yeah, he did.
Agents of the organization
That was way later.
Down. Our problem is Sora.
But we also have to deal with
no
weak.
match for him. Yet he's still under Naminé's control. But we cannot eliminate Sora, can we? Correct.
Because of the bees.
But we cannot be the bees, Sora.
He is in dire need of the hero of light. When light loses sight of its path, we may find use for the dark. What we must do is obtain the darkness.
And, like, someone else just comes into this room and turns on the lights. He's like, why are you guys just sitting in the dark?
I wish that we wrote games, Chris. Because there would be, like, shit like that.
All the time. All the fucking time.
like evil people brooding. What are you guys doing?
What are you guys doing in the dark? You're just hanging out? Turn a light on. What the fuck's wrong with you people? It's like...
If I get through this, will I be free of the darkness?
Free from the bees, Riku!
That would really hinder your story arc.
Don't bring up the truth, Chris. Oh, we're almost through it, though. Then we get to watch a movie.
Ah, yes.
And then we get to play another game.
Beautiful. You sure you don't want to play that movie, Derek?
I'll play that movie.
You want to play that movie? Because I think we can play that movie, actually.
I mean, I don't have a Game Boy DS capture card, so I don't think we can.
I think I can emulate it on my Wii U. So we could do it, Derek. I think we could do it. If I can find a ROM of it, I think we could do it.
I don't really know if I want to play through that one because it's not the greatest, like... It's very fidgety, is how I want to phrase it, I think. Also, I saved the best one for last.
This is Halloween Town. This is Halloween Town. So yeah, fucking Sword Art Online, right?
It's great.
It's just
So
fun. I
great.
mean, in all fairness, it wasn't because he was trying to save Kirito as much as he was trying to save his girlfriend / fuck buddy. But like, you know, we can also argue that he was doing it to save Kirito because he's kind of fucking insane. Also, the robot gets destroyed, by the way. Keep in mind, the robot gets destroyed to save the day.
But it doesn't matter.
And then they look away from the cameras for 2 fucking seconds and it disappears. And I'm like, what? What?
I love when they do stupid shit like that. Like, really, guys?
Like, I'm like, I get it. He didn't actually sacrifice himself because he's a conscious being. He could just upload his ass to the internet and be gone from the robot. But, like, how did the whole fucking robot disappear after they established it broke to save the fucking day? Like, where the fuck did it go?
I also love how the technology in that world is inconsistent at best.
Oh, yeah. No, my whole thing is the dude who writes it is just smart enough that what he says makes enough sense that you don't question it, but when you really think about it, you're like, that doesn't make any fucking sense at all.
because there's one scene where they're like, yeah, this is the newest, coolest fad. You know, virtual reality.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden we have people who can make robots to insert digital consciousnesses inside the robots so they can have fuckable children and girlfriends. Weird thing.
In all fairness, though, most of that stuff was being worked at alongside the VR stuff.
Okay.
So, like, it's been in development for, like, 10 plus years, but we haven't heard about it because it's secret. It's like a government, like, research program.
Oh, you mean it's not
so it's not
the plot?
It's not supposed to be known to the public, so that's how they can get away with shit like that. See, that's the trick to writing. Is if you ever need to make some, like, crazy, like, how the fuck would they make this in a reasonable amount of time, you just say it was being worked on far in advance, and it was by the government, because then the people aren't supposed to know about it anyways. That's the trick to writing your way out of corners.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we can make a robot child now.
Well, they don't make the robot child. Well, he wants to make her, like, holographically.
Ah.
That's how Kirito wants to make his daughter. He wants to do it, like, holographically. And, like, he's been working on that for, like, 2 years by the time we catch back up with him.
Yeah.
And he's still, like, nowhere close to where it needs to be, which I find hilarious, because that's very accurate. But
I also love that, the robot, the girl who he falls in love with when he's trapped in the machine.
Yes.
She, you know, somehow makes a robot for
Well,
him.
he doesn't fall in love with her. She falls in love with him. Yes. He is a very loyal person who just has thoughts constantly hounding him.
How many is he up to? Like 10?
Yeah, like, it's funny because everyone's just like, Kirito's a hound dog. I'm like, really? Kirito is the most, like, I shall never betray my wife person in the universe.
This is my wife. But I love him so much.
Like, literally, women throw himself at him and he's just like, be gone, thought!
I love it. I love it, because it's just like, what the hell?
But yeah, fucking, See, my whole thing is, how did they get a robot that looks exactly like her?
Yeah.
That was my whole thing about it. I'm
Yeah.
like, how the fuck does that work? Like,
But-
the only other robots they showed look like robots. Like,
But I love that you were telling me about the scene, and then YouTube recommends that scene to me,
oh, yeah.
and then I'm like, what? And then it's the scene with, where did her clothes come from? Why was she naked in the box
Yeah.
if she had the
But,
clothes?
dude, right? I'm like, that makes no fucking sense. See, is it a big problem? No. If I made a review of that season, would I bring it up? Oh, fuck yeah, I'd bring it up. That's like, I have many questions.
Not because it's a bad scene, but because it's just like,
why?
why?
Yeah, why did they do this? It's like the scene from, you know Kill la Kill, where, like, there's a scene in Kill la Kill where the girl with the crazy girl who ends up losing an eye, who's like the bubbly twin piston kind of hair,
Yeah.
twin spiral hair girl, she's like talking, and like Rico, is it Rico? I haven't watched in a long time. I think it's
haven't
Rico or
watched in a
something.
while
No, whatever the fucking main character's name is, she's like talking, and then she just like goes up to her and just like makes out with her while she's talking, and she's just like, "You talk too much," and then takes off, and I'm like, the fuck was that? Like, if I made a review of Kill la Kill, that's another one of those. Was it important to the plot? No. Is it a big problem? Not really. Am I gonna talk about it? Oh, fuck yeah, I'm gonna talk about it. The fuck was that?
Why?
Yo, why? What was the point? Why did you do this? This makes no sense.
I mean, I can say I have done that to people before, mostly just to make myself laugh and make them be like, "Why did you do that?"
Alright, so we know how Derek's getting cancelled in the future.
Oh,
But yeah, fucking, it's still like, it just makes no point to the plot. Like, it made no point. It added nothing. It just ended up making me super confused.
oh, dude, that's why I love that show. It's so great. It's not borderline porn.
No,
What are you
it's
talking about?
it's definitely not borderline porn. Borderline porn is for stuff that's like, you know, what else would be considered borderline? The interspecies reviewers nailed it. Woo!
I got there.
I got there. But yeah, okay, so Sword Art Online. Shit, we're like 3 minutes left. That's fine. Fucking. But yeah, there's just like a bunch of little shit in that whole season that's like,
Why?
So it's like, I can see where you could rant about it, but I'm also like, it's really that fucking important. Not really. Like, it's just kind of like overall dumb. Yeah, and then they have like the like, it's like, this was a government program to make artificial soldiers, and I'm like, but why are you trying to make an artificial soldier be the only one with emotions? Like, I get you want it to have agency where it can make its own decisions, but how does having emotions make it a more efficient soldier? Like, technically, the most efficient soldier would be something that had no feelings and just killed indiscriminately. Because, like, it wouldn't think through, like, what's the best course of action? It would just be like, moving target, time to murder it. Like,
Here's the other thing, Chris. Why are you making your artificial soldiers look like a 10 out of 10?
like, that's out of their control. Because they're generated the same way humans are generated. They look based off of how their parents look. They really went into depth with this show. I'm not kidding. Like, they really did think it through. I'll give it to them. But it's like,
Why?
so it's just like, it's just whatever they got. So, like, technically, she wouldn't have been the only one either. Technically, technically 3 of them broke through their limits, but we only were looking for the 1, so get Alice out of there.
We'll only take the 10 out of 10.
We'll only take the one the show's named after, but technically by the end, fucking like 3 separate characters broke through their limits that they had. Technically making all of them fucking like the same level of conscious being in independence that she is, but
It's not
she was
important.
the first one to do it, so just get her out.
Oh my god.
In all fairness, those ones did happen though when they were locked out of the machine because they were in the fucking the mercenaries had came in to try and steal her. So technically they were unaware of what the fuck was happening during that time, but still, you know,
Whatever.
technically they could have took any of them and it would have accomplished the same goal.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what I mean, where I'm just like, it's good enough. it's got these little problems, but they're all, like, kind of explained enough that I'm like, alright, like, it's fair.
It's not the worst show
Yeah,
ever, man.
like, it's like, technically any of these people could be taken, but then again, they didn't really know they existed, so how would they know to get them out? Alright, fair enough game, fair enough show, like, this gets a pass.
We'll cut you some slack.
And with that, though, let's pick it up in the next part. We'll see you guys then. Peace.